Time for dad jokes. My dad was bragging about his new hearing aid. State of the art, he said. It cost me a fortune. I said, awesome, what type is it? He said, 230. I gave all of my dead batteries away today. Free of charge. I can't believe that even after 15 years, I would still hear people making Friends references. No one told me life was gonna be this way. Will glass coffins become popular? Remains to be seen. I bought shoes from a drug dealer once. I don't know what he laced them with, but I was tripping all day. My last girlfriend left me because of my obsession with touching pasta. Feeling kinda lonely right now. What do you get when you have 10 rabbits walking in a line backwards? A receding hairline. You're traveling along the Oregon Trail, and you meet a man named Terry. You said, Terry? That's a girl's name. In anger, Terry stabs you to death. You have died of dysentery. What an ass! Can mean two different things. And finally, what do you call an iPhone whose screen came off? Detached retina. Yada-da-da-da-da. I got nothing. Put down your old drink and your old device, because I ran out of names. It's time for dad jokes. Just so everybody's clear, I'm going to put my glasses on. I have a simple standard for dad joke quality. The joke should not simply be a lame, obvious pun that anyone can think of. So I checked to see if any of this sub's top 10 jokes met this standard. But no pun intended. I named my horse Mayo. Mayonnaise. Yeah. How did the farmer catch his cheating wife? He tracked her down. Told my kids I'm allergic to prison. My kids were discussing allergies at the dinner table. I told them I'm allergic to prison because it always causes me to break out. Shifty IQ here. So for Halloween, I'm going to wear a baby carrier with a bag of sugar in it. I'll be a sugar daddy. Yeah. I'm going through a lot right now. And I can't seem to find a parking spot. My friends keep saying, if I wasn't making drinks, I would be in jail. Currently, he's behind bars. Get it? Why was 6 scared of 7 because 7 ate 9? Why did 7 eat 9? Because you need 3 squared meals a day. Obviously. I bought my daughter a locket and put her picture in it. Now she is independent. Hey, stop me if you heard this one about wisdom teeth. It got removed. And dear whoever stole my disc copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word. Put down your Pepsi Blues and your Microsoft Zunes, because it's time for dad jokes. My son asked me, Daddy, why do bees stay in the hive in the winter? I just smiled and answered, swarm. At 13 years old, my parents got divorced. In hindsight, they shouldn't have married that young. My wife didn't think I would name our baby daughter something ridiculous, but I called her bluff. I just heard some bad news about Subway's 6-inch subs. They aren't gonna make them any longer. Chinese takeout, $24.95. Fuel to pick it up, $1. Getting home and realizing they shorted you a box? Priceless. I had a dream where I weighed less than 1,000th of a gram. I was like, OMG! I finally watched Doctor Who. It was about time! Every morning for the past 6 months, I announce loudly to my family that I'm going for a jog. And then I don't. It's my longest running joke this year. How many bones are in your hand? About a handful. And finally, what do you call crystal clear urine? 1080p! Alright, put down your Sanka and your Laserdisc, cause it's time for dad jokes. A sketchy guy just came into my shop and bought 6 smoke machines, so I called the cops. He must be part of some extremist group.
Dad, let me be frank. And if you say, hi Frank, I'm Dad, I'm gonna be super pissed.
Gotcha, gonna be super pissed. What is a pirate's favorite musical note? The high C. So I messed up my chemistry lab the other day and had way too much O2 as a byproduct. But to be honest, it was a breath of fresh air. What do you call an Irishman flying an airplane? Aerodynamic. How do you turn T into P? Drink some and wait a few hours. My wife hates it when I mess with her red wine. I added some fruit and orange juice. Now she's sangria than ever. Why does Reddit have 2 Ds? The second one's a repost. Did you hear about the guy who killed a man with a book? He was sentenced to death. I broke my finger at work today. But on the other hand, everything is okay. Next time your wife is angry, give her a towel as a cape. Then say, now you're super angry. She might laugh. You might die. Yada-da-da-da-da. Put down your portable record players and your Earl Grey tea. I ran out of sodas. It's time for dad jokes. I'm reading a horror story in Braille. Something bad is going to happen. I can feel it. I recently changed my alarm clock music to a Justin Bieber song. Now I wake up 5 minutes earlier every day so I don't have to listen to it. Scientists have grown human vocal cords in a petri dish. The results speak for themselves. They always said if I wanted to make a difference, I should put my money where my mouth is. I can really taste the change. My grandpa just walked into my room with a young guy wearing skinny jeans and eating avocado toast. I asked, who is this guy? My grandfather said, he's my hip replacement. I created an app similar to Tinder, but it's for paleontologists. I call it carbon dating. In a recent poll, 80% of people in America said they would not open their homes to a sentient water basin that walked up to their door and asked for shelter. Let that sink in. I mixed an orange-flavored soda and a twig once. It was fantastic. 6:30 is the best time on a clock. Hands down. It's a thinker. What kind of noise does a nut make when it sneezes? Kashoo! And finally, what do you call Batman when he leaves church? Christian Bale. Yada-da-da-da.
Oh, so you thought that was funny, Dadman?
I've decided to take over the dad jokes for this episode, so sit down and listen, boy. I tried to sue the airport for losing my luggage. I lost my case. Breaking a leg during an audition ensures that you end up in the cast. I lost my watch at a party once. I saw a guy step on it while harassing a girl. I walked up and punched him straight in the nose. Nobody does that to a girl. Not on my watch. Why did the butcher quit his job and become a cattle rancher? He wanted to raise the stakes. The shovel was really a groundbreaking invention. Today I bumped into the guy who had sold me an antique globe. It's a small world. My girlfriend was born without her little toe, and the sight of her foot makes me physically ill. My therapist said I'm lactose intolerant. They say that nobody likes Nickelback, but there's gotta be somebody. I went to jail for telling dad jokes to a cop. It was an arresting development. A group of kindergartners stand single file, anticipating their daily juice boxes. It's a punchline. Yada da 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 da. I'm not making the noise.
Well, considering the deep voice challenge was so well received for the last dad joke bit, I felt it was my time to come in and do some dad jokes. So put down your potions and your Bolgadon Plus, Lelina. It's time for dad jokes with Hector. Oh ho. I once swallowed a dictionary. It gave me the sorest throat I've ever had. Every morning after I wake up, the first thing I do is make my bed. And tomorrow I'm returning this piece of junk to IKEA. The best advice my dad gave me was to find a girl with an embarrassing tattoo and marry her. She knows how to make bad decisions, yet stick by them. Sorry, Lynn. What word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it? Short. I've started telling everyone about the benefits of eating dried grapes. It's all about raising awareness. I can cut a piece of wood in half by just looking at it. It's true. I saw it with my own eyes. Atheism is a non-profit organization. My wife just told me to put the toilet seat down. I don't know why I was carrying it around in the first place. Oh my gods! A 9-year-old girl has disappeared after using a moisturizer that makes you look 10 years younger! At first, the alphabet only had 25 letters. Nobody knew why. Do you know why the Middle Ages are also called the Dark Ages? Because there were too many nights! Elliot told me to do that one. And before we go, I've got one more. I was never a fan of facial hair, but then it grew on me. Yada-da-da-ho!
So I guess a lot of people missed their old dad from the previous videos.
But some also appreciated the newer deep voice.
So we decided...
Why not both?
So put down your Nintendo Switches.
And your Starbucks Tivana.
Because it's time for dad jokes.
With 2 dads, boy.
A furniture store keeps calling me. All I wanted was one night stand.
Q is just 1 letter followed by 4 silent letters. They must be waiting for their turn.
Today a clown held the door open for me. Such a nice gesture.
Recently found out hell was made of demon beaver homes. So that's what they meant by eternal damnation.
Ryan's belt is just a huge waste of space.
I'm writing a book called The Odyssey. It's about a girl who can't even.
My girlfriend is like the square root of -100. A solid 10, but also imaginary.
What do astronauts do when they're sorry? Apologize.
My girlfriend left a note on the fridge. This is not working. I'm going to my mom's house. I opened the fridge's door. The light came on. The juice was cold. What the hell did she mean? And finally, a weasel walks into a bar. The bartender was amazed. He said, "Wow, I've never served a weasel before. What can I get you?"
Pop goes the weasel.
Yeah, Hey, you did it.
Shut up, it was not funny.
It was a little funny.
All right, let's get back to the basics here. Put down your portable device and your drink. I don't know. It's dad jokes. This time with Discord. Yeah. My wife said I can never make a spaghetti car. You should have seen her face when I drove past it. Had to fall down the stairs. Step 1, step 2, step 5, step 9, step 16. Done. The Slavic student was almost late. Thank God he was Russian. If I see an Apple store getting robbed, does that make me an eyewitness? A male child see two boys fighting. Then your emo dad says,
They're having a fallout, boy.
as I gave my dad his 50th birthday card, he looked at me with tears in his eyes and said, "You know, one could have been enough." Why did Harry Potter cross the road? J.K. Rowling! I heard my friend got turned into a robot. Guess he went nuts and bolts. Why were the tectonic plates blaming each other? Because they were both at fault. And finally, when do chickens go outside? They don't. They stay cooped up inside. Yeah.
Oh god, I just messed up my screen doing that.
All right, put down your Cyber Monday deals and your leftover Thanksgiving gravy, because it's time for dad jokes. A pirate walks into a bar with a paper towel on his head. The bartender says,
What's with that paper towel?
the pirate says, "Yar, I've got a bounty on my head." Why did the stadium get hot after the game? Because all the fans left. Why can't werewolves tell time? Well, because they're not werewolves. A lady was in labor with her first child when suddenly she began to shout, "Shouldn't, couldn't, wouldn't, didn't, can't." The doctor said to the husband,
Don't get too alarmed. She's just having contractions.
"What kind of exercise do lazy people do?" Diddly squats. Today my son asked, "Can I have a bookmark?" And I burst into tears. 11 years old and he still doesn't know my name is Brian. Oh man, this one's pretty dark. You want to take this one?
Gladly. Steal everyone's eyelids and no one bats an eye. Remove their brains from their skulls, and everyone loses their mind. All right, back to you.
Thanks, Doug. What starts with T, ends with T, and is full of tea? A teapot. I saw a sign outside the gym that said open 24/7. I thought, how useless is that? July is ages away. And finally, have you heard the joke about the 3 holes with water in them? Come on, do it for me.
Well.
Yeah, Put down your unicorn frappuccinos and your T-Mobile sidekick, because it's time for dad jokes. My credit card company sent me a camouflaged bull. It's the hidden charges you have to watch out for. Dad was told he only had 6 months to live. He said he wanted his ex-wife to come live with him because it would be the longest 6 months of his life. My friend is making a lot of money by selling photos of salmon dressed up in human clothes. It's like shooting fish in apparel. What do you call a nun that sleepwalks? A Roman Catholic. If Iron Man was a woman, would we call her female?
Okay, that one actually took me a second.
If you give an Eevee money, what does it evolve to? Patreon. I can't stand when my wife tells me to sit.
I'm sorry, but your wife didn't make it.
A doctor said as he handed a man his newborn baby. The man handed the baby back to the doctor. Then bring me the one my wife did make. What's more expensive, a ladder or a diamond? The latter. And finally, I own a rabbit farm, but I wanted to get rid of them. The thing is, I don't know how to do it. So I was thinking I should call someone to help me with that. Then I thought to myself, a magician should do the trick. Yeah-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, hello? Hello? Anybody in here? I came from the other video series and I seem to have gotten lost. What's this? Father comedy? Well, I suppose I could read a few. Right. All right. Within minutes, the detective knew exactly what the murder weapon was. It was a briefcase. Oh, I get it. It's funny. Why are communist jokes so funny? Communists aren't funny.
Oh, everyone gets it. That's really funny. What lies on a seabed and shivers? A nervous wreck. Oh, stick.
I see. Sorry about that. I think somebody had too much coffee today. All right, here we go. What do you call an Irishman that bounce off walls? Ricochet! My wife saw an ant picking up a leaf 5 times its body weight and told me, can you imagine being that strong? So I picked up the leaf and said, yes. Every day I forgot which direction the sun rises. Then it dawns on me. All right, take it away, big guy. I'm bored.
An espresso a day keeps the depresso at bay. I went into a toy store to do some early Christmas shopping and asked the assistant, "Where are the Schwarzenegger dolls?" He said, "I'll be back." Did you know Sir Isaac Newton has a brother who made cookies? His name was Fig. And finally, poop jokes aren't my favorite, but they are a solid number 2.
Wait, I'm coming back. Put down your Google Pixels.
And your cranberry LaCroix.
Because it's time for triple dad jokes. What do you call a fight between a Martian and a nerd with no social life? Alien versus Redditor.
My calculus professor was 16 minutes late to his first class, 8 minutes late to his second, and 4 minutes late to the third. At this rate, he'll never be in class on time.
Thank you, student loans, for getting me through college. I don't think I can ever repay you.
Is it just me, or was 21 pilots 19 more than they needed? That's actually a genuine question here.
What do you call 2 guys hanging above a window? Kurt and Rod.
I thought people worshipping Shrek was stupid, but now I am a believer.
I once knew an artist that was a master at painting fruit and candy. So whenever my friends are at the museum, I say, "Hey, you want to check out Reese's Pieces?" But I'm allergic to peanut butter. I just got it.
What do windows and a submarine have in common? You open one window and the problems begin.
I'm the Norse god of mischief, but I don't like to talk about it. I guess you could say I'm low-key.
What did the vegetarian zombie say?
Grades.
Did you hear about the guy who lost his left arm and leg? He's all right now.
Why was Santa's little helper feeling depressed? Because he has low elf-esteem. Well, maybe he should have gone to elf practice.
I saw a guy in full camouflage gear once. What a ripoff.
I pranked my mother by giving her super glue instead of chapstick. Even though I apologize, she hasn't talked to me for a week.
And finally, my humorous friend is a mushroom. He's a pretty fun guy. Yada-da-da-da-da.
Ah, there it is.
Why did he make a fart noise?